Hello and once again welcome. My name is Siddharth Kumar and I am an intern at Intelify. So let us recap what we did in our previous video. So in the previous video we talked about introduction to Flask, that how we can use our Flask Python programming framework which can be used to deploy web applications. So we have talked about why you are using this. We have imported Flask from Flask. After that we have imported render template to use the index document, HTML document that can be stored in any folder, that is template folder. It is stored in template folder, and to retrieve that only we are using render template. We have talked about request, that if we will submit our form, then the value that will be present in the form we want to retrieve that value also, so that it can predict our value, our result. So for that only reason we have imported request, and then we have talked about this. Let me execute this code once again and give you the overview of what we did in the previous video. So this was the thing that we did in our previous video. We have connected it with the help of contact us form, and here we will create 8 input types. These 8 input types we will rename it by the compositions, that is SO2 composition, NO2 composition, O3 composition. We will remove these drop down and this message text box, and we will use it, and we will click here on submit. So first of all, I told you that if this file is present, this thing is due to the get request, and if we will write all these things, fill all the values, and then if we will click on submit, then it will give the post request, and that post request only we want to retrieve it. So that for that reason only we have imported request. So we have done the basic thing. So the next task is to deploy our model. So first of all we will have to use the model. So for using the model, we will be here in Jupyter Notebook, and we are making the AQI checker. So here not where, so here, yes, here, where only. So here only we have our code, Python code, and through this code only we will deploy our application. We will make a model out of this data. The data is having different type of pollutants, and we will use these pollutants and will predict the AQI. So this is our task. So first of all, I have imported pandas is used for the calculations, that is to load the data set and to convert it into date or time frame. So for that reason we are using pandas, and after that we are using NumPy for mathematical calculation, and after that we are using Seaborn. And after using that, using the pandas library, we are importing the file, that is CSV file, that is named as ct_day, and we are using the head method to know the top 5 rows. So these are the top 5 rows, and it is showing us the cities, the dates, and the different type of composition. And after that you can see that the AQI value, which is currently NaN values, and the AQI bucket is there. The AQI bucket is having the types AQI category like moderate, severe, and after that we want to drop some column. The reason for dropping the column is, first we will not drop the column. First of all we will have to combine all these values. So, combine all these values, but I think that this will not give any effect to our dot tracer. So we will remove all these values, because these values are having a lot of null values, as you can see here. Just I will show you how you can check null value. So here is my data set. So I will use my data underscore is null function, and I will get this amount of that. So you can see the null values. So you can see that benzene, toluene, and xylene is having a lot of null value. So you have to remove all these null value, and for that only we are using drop command, and we are removing all the null value, all the column, that is benzene, toluene, and xylene, and we will not use in our model prediction these values. After that, if we will do the head out of that, then you can see that there is no value of benzene, toluene, and xylene. The column has been deleted successfully. After that we will add the composition of nitrogen to one component, and we will name it as nitro, and we will add NO2, NO, and NOx to it, different type of gas. So we have first added all these things through this command. As you can see that this is very simple step, and after that we have again used the drop function. We have dropped these values because we have added these value, and we have added these values result into one command nitro, one variable nitro. And after we are done with that, and what is the use of these values, that is no2 no and nox, that because that are combined value. So now we will drop this value. So we have dropped it successfully, and now you can see that the values are dropped and we got our new column, that is nitro here. So after that, since we have a lot of null values, so we will have to, if we are building our model, then it is must to replace all the null values. So for replacing the null values, if the value is numerical, then you have to use the mean. Out of that, you will use mean to replace all the numerical value. And for that reason only, since you can see here in nitro, if we will use not head, if we will use directly my data, then we can see here that we will having some null values. They are in between null values, so if there is null value, we can see it with this command, and we can see that all column except date and serial number and cities are having null value. So we will have to replace all the null values that are present there. So for that reason only, we are using the column my nitro column, and under the nitro column we are filling the value. This command is used for filling the value, and we are filling the value with the particular all these values are there, and we are getting mean out of that value. So suppose nitrogen is there, so we will use nitrogen, and we will just do mean of that nitrogen, average of all the values that is presented under nitrogen column, and we will fill all the value of that with the null value. We will replace null value with the average of the value which is present under the nitro column. We will do it for all the other values, that is carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, ozone, PM10. We will do it for all the values. So let us execute all the. So we have done it for all the values, as you can see here. If the value will be categorical, then we will have to replace it with the values, that is that value will be the mod value, that is the value which is coming more frequently. But now we will replace it with the mean value because the values are numerical here. So now if we will use this command, that is null or is na command, to see the null values present, then we can see that the column PM 2.5 and NS3, AQI and AQI bucket is also having the missing value. So we will also have to replace all the missing values. So since AQI is a categorical variable means the value are in categories, like if it is male, then male will be gender will be male or female, then the gender is a categorical variable. So for that reason, if it is categorical variable, then we will have to fill it with the value which is coming more frequently. So first of all, we will check that which value is coming more frequently. So for that reason, if we will use value.count method on bucket, so if we will do here value underscore count, then you can see that moderate is coming most of the time. So we will fill it with the value that is moderate. Here you can see that we are filling it with the value moderate. So if the value is categorical, then it is must that you can fill it with the more frequently coming value, that is moderate here. So we have filled it with moderate. Now we are filling the value of AQI. So you can see here we are filling the value of AQI, the same command. Since AQI here is the numerical value, so we will use mean. So the idea what I am just want to tell you that is, if there is categorical value, then you should use mod to fill that value. That mod is the most frequently coming value, and if it is the numerical value, then you have to use mean to fill all the missing values with that. So here we are filling it with NS3. NS3 is also filled by the NS3 column if there are the values. So we will mean that value, we will take average of all the value that is present in the NS3. We will then take average by the function mean function. Using the mean function, we will take average of all the values, and the place where there are missing value, we will fill it with all these average value. Same thing we will do with PM 2.5. and now if we will see the head, value, top 5 rows, then you can see that the values are filled. Now here we were having missing value, as you can see here that we were having missing value. Now we are not having missing values, we are having values, that is average of all the values present in AQI bucket, AQI. And you can see that here also we are having the missing values, as you can see here in AQI bucket, but we are filling it it is categorical value here AQI bucket, so we are filling it with the value that is moderate means the moderate is coming most of the time, so we are filling it with that. So this is all clear, I think. Now after that there are some column which is not affecting our data set, there is no use if we will use this column, so this is not contributing to our model prediction, this will not be helpful for our more accurate prediction. So we'll try to remove this. So for removing that we are using this date column, city column, serial number, and AQI bucket column. So we will remove all these column. So we have successfully removed all these column, and now what will be the our x value? So for our x value we are using the ilog function. Since x means the independent variable, independent variable are those variable, independent variable are just input variable that we will be using to feed our input, and these value we will use in our form, the form that we created earlier. We will use these value in form and we will predict the value by using the model. So this is the x value, and x value is independent variable, that is only the input variable, and we are fetching it with the help of index slicing, which is very useful in Python. And we are taking 0th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7th thing. Why we are taking this, we will take here. So for that, let me see. So you can see here head, we will do head of that. So if we will do head of that, then we can see that we can take PM 2.5 as input, PM 10 as input, and then RS3 as input, and all these things as input. And you can see that we have to predict, this is output variable, that is AQI. We want AQI as our output, we want AQI as our output, and so for that reason we will not include it in our x variable, that is independent variable. We will have to use it in our y variable, that is dependent variable. Dependent variable are those are the variable of which we want the output. So AQI we want it as output, so for that reason we will not use that. And here, so you can see that here there are only the values, there are only the values here, there are no AQI value. And so this is the independent variable, and after that we are using the same ilog function and using the slicing, index slicing, and then we are getting the 6th value. And you can successfully see here that the 6th value, we have used 5th value here and then 7th value, as you can see here. So here we are taking the 5th value, that is O3, and then 7th value, and this 6th value we will take it as a y parameter. So here we are using the 6th value. So these are the AQI values, and after that we are done with the missing value. We have manipulated our data set, we have separated x values and y value, that is independent value, that independent variable, that is input variable, and the output that we want to predict, that is dependent variable. These are dependent variable, this is only the dependent variable, and this is independent variable, and we are feeding these input and we will give these input some values in the form, and we will get the output as AQI through these the trends of the data that are calculated and are stored in the CSV file. So after that we will have to build a model. So for building a model, first of all we have to select a model, and for selecting a model we have to separate our data set into 4 parts. That is test part, first of all train part. Train part is used for training the data set, and then we will use our data for test purpose. So for that we will use test. So this command, that is from sklearn.model selection import train test split, is used to select our data set, that is to divide our data set into 2 parts, that is train and test. So here we are dividing our data set, that is x train and x test, y train and y test. So x train is used to train the input variable, x test is used for testing the input variable, and ytrain is the value for the output variable, and ytest is the value for output variable. So we will feed these xtrain and ytrain, and we will get our value. So this is the idea. And after that we will import our model that we will use. So for importing our model, we are importing XGBoost. We will use XGBoost. So from XGBoost.sklearn, it comes under sklearn package. We are using the classifier because we are doing classification problem. No, we are doing regression problem. So there is no need for that classifier. Just we will use this on also, then it will work fine, I guess. So yes, this is good. So we have imported XGBoost as XGB. There was no need to use this command. There is no need to use, as we are doing the regression problem. So we will just import XGBoost as XGB, and then we will use regression. Since if we want the numerical value, then if we want 0 and 1, then we will use classifier. But here we want the numerical value, actual numerical value. So for that reason we are using the regression value, and we are giving the parameter. If you will not give the parameter, that is fine, it will not affect our output. But we are making the objects, that is xg underscore res, and this is the class, and using this xgb we are making our model. So our class has been done. We have made the class and we have made the object. So using this variable, that is the object of this class, we will fit our model, and under the parameter of fit we will train our dataset first of all. So we will use xtrain and ytrain. So you can see that our model has here, so it is telling us xtrain is not defined. So we have it is saying that xtest is not defined. Oh, we have not run this code. X is not defined. Oh my god, what is the reason? So first of all, execute all these things. One thing that I was not executed the code, that's why it was giving the problem. So everything is fine now. We have fitted our data set. Now if we have fitted our data set, then we will predict our data set. So here you can see that we are predicting our data set using the function predict, and under that we are passing the parameter, that is xtest. So here what happened, it has divided our data set into 4 parts, that is xtrain, xtest, ytrain and ytest. So we are testing our data set using xtest method, and if we will see, then you can see here that it is giving us the output. First of all we will have to run this, sorry. So you can see here that it is giving these values, and these are nothing, these are the values that are the AQI value. These are the AQI value only. So our model has predicted the value. So suppose if you want the random value, so if you will give, so you can have to see how many values are there in this. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 values are there. So we will use 7 value here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 value. So what it is saying, that input data cannot be a list, it cannot be a list. So we will have to use np.array function. np.array we will have to fix the error. So again it is giving us the error. What expecting, expecting 2-dimensional, I have used only 1-dimensional. So we will have to use another list here, 2D list, and closing parenthesis does not match. Why? What is the reason why closing this is the parenthesis, and again we have to use one more parenthesis, and we have used it. What is the error? It is confusing me. The two things are there, this is one, and so this is unmatched thing. Now why it is giving us error? Training data does not have features name mismatch, or feature name mismatch, and we are passing the value. So we cannot do this here. So we can, so I'm sorry for that, we cannot do it here. I will tell you whole idea later. So just we will train our data set, and after that we will use the confusion matrix, and you can see the accuracy of that. that is 65% MAE, which is very good. So our task is done. We have built our model, we have fitted our model, so we will have to save our model and for saving our model we will have to use pickle. So let us first know what pickle is used for. So if we will use pickle in Python, so pickle is used to store the models or the values which you want to use later. You have to use pickle to store the values. So internet is also not working this time. I'm really sorry for that. So first let me tell you about pickle. Pickle is the library which is used in Python for storing the values. So here you can see that we have built our model. Here you can see that we have built our model, where it is. So here you can see that we have built our model successfully. We have plotted the graphs. We have got the accuracy. So our next task will be to store all these value enough so that we can use it later. So for that purpose only we are using the pickle module, and using the model pickle I have opened the file. This is the syntax to open a file, and we will store that model in this particular file, and the format will be binary format. So write binary format. So we will be writing all these things that the model we have used here. So under that thing we are using X-rays, that is the classifier, object, and the file. So this is pickle. We have dumped the file, and now in the later video I will show you how you can retrieve the file and you can use it. So here in this folder only, in the next video I will tell you that here we have written the file, we have written stored the value. Now we will have to retrieve the value. We will retrieve this value. So using read binary command we can retrieve the value. So we will use this retrieve this value. Here we will use this form. We will give the values, input values, everything, and then we will get the predicted value of AQI. So this is all in this video. I hope you will like this video. Thank you. Have a great day.